Hello and welcome to the inaugural episode of the Weeknights Sports Chat. If you love football as much as us, join us every week to discuss the hot topics with some unpopular opinions along the way. I'm joined by Rufus Eden.
Hello.
Myself, Jacob Atkin, and Tom Humphreys.
Hello.
Now, I say we jump straight into it, boys, with a new game for a new podcast. It's Guess the Score, okay? I will give you all some scores from across Europe's leagues, and you have to guess that score. Okay, are we ready? Write these down, okay, boys?
Oh, God. Can't say I've got anything to write on.
Okay, you can just hold up the score after Tom. Tom gets first in. Okay.
Wait. Oh, I got it.
It's going to be backwards on the camera, but you'll be able to read it.
That won't.
No, I'll read. I'll tell you the score. Okay. So first up, we have in the MLS San Jose versus Seattle Sounders. Guess that score.
I can't remember.
Whenever you're ready.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Rufus says 0-0. Tom says
3-1 Seattle.
3-1. Rufus, you must have been watching some MLS this weekend. It's 1-0.
Oh, what?
No, it's 0-0. But Rufus, you got the points. Okay.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Okay, now over to Russia, where Lokomotiv Moscow hosted Ufa. Guess that score. And hold it up when you're done.
I think Lokomotiv are a pretty good team. 3-0.
Rufus, you're incredibly good at this. It's 1-0 to Lokomotiv Moscow.
Lokomotiv are good.
Fair play.
Not good, they won.
Unlucky, Tom, unlucky. All right. Next to the Ukrainian league, I believe. And Alexandria hosted Inhulets. Guess that score.
Can't remember that one.
Can't remember that one. Oh my.
We'll explain after the game.
1-1.
Hang on. I'll just screw that. I don't know. 2-1.
2-1. No, Rufus, your winning streak ends. Tom, you didn't get it right either, to be honest, but it was a goal fest and it was 4-3 to Alexandria.
That was that one. Oh, yeah.
It was that one.
This
The
seems
third
a
game
bit
you watched on the Saturday.
We'll explain after the game.
It's the third game you watched on the Saturday. You went on a marathon, you know? Okay.
Oh, yeah, and then I watched that Gibraltar game, didn't I?
Oh, funny you say that, Rufus. it's straight to the Gibraltar League, and it's St. Joseph versus Boca Gibraltar. Guess the score.
Oh, God. You sure it wasn't Boca Juniors?
I'm sure. You probably watched that one as well, though.
2-1 Boca Gibraltar.
I can tell you for a fact you're wrong. You've heavily overestimated.
I think I've got it. Was it 3-1?
Yeah, he's too good. He's an avid St. Joseph supporter.
And you know what, Jay? I'm going to get this one before you even tell me what game it was.
No, now, Tom, you should get this one. It's Valladolid versus Huesca. I know.
Oh, no, it wasn't the one I thought.
You're a Valladolid fan. By heart. Maybe you don't show it, but I know you are.
We can see the poster in your bedroom.
1-0. 1-0 to the home team.
2-2.
No, Rufus is right. Of course he is.
That 4-0.
It's a bit of a baptism of fire for
Bit
Tom.
of a whitewash this song.
He's got straight in the deep end of the predicting football games league. Okay. Now, the final one, international football. Moldova hosted Slovenia in a cracker. What was the score?
He's stalling if it's like magically come to him. He has no idea.
Just guessing here. Well, Slovenia are actually all right.
Oh, I wouldn't have known if you were guessing, Tom.
4-0. 4-0 Slovenia.
Oh my God, he's actually
He's got it right.
He's got one right.
Yeah, I was taking so long. I'll search up my phone.
No, basically, right. When we were doing the one without you that Jay screwed up, we did it, and they were the exact same games. Hence why
Okay.
and it's funny
haven't
because
done
I
your
actually
research,
got
Tom.
that Slovenia one right by complete luck.
You haven't
Yeah.
done your research, but you can safely say that you are a Slovenia fan. So well done, guys. Well done.
Jan
Rufus,
Black.
you take that one. Jan Black, of course.
No, Black.
The best keeper
Hey,
in the
don't
world.
forget Samir Handanovic.
Oh, yeah.
Ilicic.
Unfortunately, they can't play with two goalkeepers.
Yeah,
Rufus.
two goalkeepers is not allowed, so they're not.
They could just play one out of goal.
Oh yeah, that's a great plan, Tom. I don't know why. That can be in the big debate section. Can we play with two keepers?
Unpopular opinion.
Unpopular opinion indeed.
Maybe you should play two keepers.
Unpopular opinion, Oblak is better than Ilicic.
Speaking of that, should we move on to unpopular opinions? We may as well, since Tom has brought it up. Okay, Tom. Yeah, I know that one, obviously, it was a bit too unpopular for this segment. So have you got any other ideas for us?
So, in light of the recent Champions League games, my unpopular opinion is that Fabinho is one of the best free centre-backs in the Premier League.
Do you want to pick him apart, Rufus?
Well, I actually don't, honestly, other than Van Dijk and Laporte, who would you say is better than Fabinho?
Exactly. And I think on his day, he could be better than Laporte.
Right, you take it too far.
No, you're taking it too far. Laporte has a family, He's plied his trade as one of the best centre backs in the world.
There's no bias.
Best centre backs in the world. Man's won one Premier League.
Yeah.
Come back when he's won the Champions League.
Nah, he was plying his trade for Athletic Club. Fabinho rocks up, few games. Yes, he's played against Bayern 0-0, I guess. Kept a clean sheet. Played against Chelsea 2-0. Yeah, okay. We see a trend here. He keeps a few clean sheets, but at the end of the day,
he only keeps clean sheets.
You've got to think of the defenders that have been doing it year in, year out, like Toby Alderweireld. I think he's up there.
Toby Alderweireld.
I'm talking about right now.
Yeah,
right now.
not in history.
3
Right
years
now,
ago.
I'd have to say
3 years ago, Alderweireld was best defender in the Prem, or one of, but he's not.
Alderweireld even play anymore.
Exactly.
Well, I'd have to say Tanganga. He's up there. I'm joking. Obviously, I'm joking. I'm trying to think I know you're wrong, but I don't know how to prove it.
So you don't know he's wrong.
Yeah, I might have to give you that, Tom. I might have to give you it. Yeah, I can. Fair play. You passed the test. You passed the Dragon's Den. Rufus, what you got?
Oh dear. I know it's quite obvious I've got a bit of an agenda against Wolves at this point, but I'm going to mix it up from the old one. I'm just going to target Adama Traore and tell you that he's one of the most overrated players in the league.
Very true.
All he's got is pace.
I'm going to tell you something right now. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
So last season, he was one of the most overrated players in the whole of Europe. It was absolutely.
What did he even finish on? That's very bad.
I'm gonna find out now. It was absolutely awful. He wasn't even to the extent that he was overrated was awful. He wasn't awful last season. He was average.
Do you believe?
Yeah, he's not a bad player, but people treat him like he's one of the best in Europe.
Last season, he had 4 goals and 9 assists.
In how many games?
I don't know, but that's less goal involvement than for me now.
Considering he can sometimes play wing back, do you think his versatility is a factor? And the fact that
I never saw him defend.
37 games and got 4 goals.
You can say he played at wing back, but every time I watched him, I never saw him defend. The one bit of defending
anyway.
Yeah, the one bit of defending I remember him doing was could you even class it defending was when he absolutely bullied Benjamin Mendy.
Yeah.
That's the only bit of defending I saw him do.
Yeah, because they had Doherty and what's his name? Was it Johnny last season that they had at fullback?
Johnny on the other side, yeah.
But if you
So
think
he
of
didn't even play wing.
if you think of the quality of Wolves, it's not akin to that of, say, Barcelona, who probably could do with someone like him as a squad player right now. Do you think he could improve his output at a bigger team, say a top 6 Premier League team?
Yeah, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like Jota with us. Jota's going to be good this season.
Mm.
Not that he wasn't good the other seasons, but I think he'll thrive a bit more.
Who'd you rate higher, Shaqiri or Adama?
Shaqiri. No, I'm joking. Adama Traore, obviously.
Shaqiri.
I don't think he's
Really? You actually think Shaqiri's better than him?
If Shaqiri had the games that Adama had in that Wolves team, he would have done the same.
Imagine a player with Shaqiri's legs and Adama's arms. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Shaqiri only runs when he realises there's a free kick on offer or there's a corner on offer.
Take a corner or a free kick.
He's a set piece merchant, but I love him. He's great. But,
Go on, Jay. Your unpopular opinion?
oh, moving on. Okay. I think, drum roll please. Don't. Okay. Aston Villa will be a top 6 Premier League team established within 3 seasons.
No.
No.
No. The word established ruined it.
Yeah.
Because in the next 3 years, for them to be an established top 6, you'd say they have to finish top 6 this season.
Yeah, I believe that.
They're not going to do.
I would have given you the finish top 6 this season, but 3 years time, you're not going to consider Aston Villa as one of the big 6.
Picture this. Ollie Watkins has just come off the back of 20 goals a season for Villa. Jack Grealish is captain of England because Southgate's gone, and he's pledged his allegiance to Villa. And now
I guess Dean Smith's managing Villa and England.
Dean Smith, he's a mastermind, and Tyrone Mings is one of the most sought after Premier League defenders in the world, behind Fabinho, of course. Then they could be a top 6 team in my eyes.
No, because
those whole 3 players.
No, he talks about Ollie Watkins, 20 goals a season. Danny Ings nearly got 20 goals last season. And where did Southampton finish?
Yeah, but have you seen Villa's form? They beat Liverpool 7-2. Let's not forget. I know Andrew kind of contributed.
Mate, I've forgotten that game. He's out my memory.
They've got a flaw in your plan now.
What have you got? What's the flaw?
3 years time, Emi Martinez is going to be 38 years old.
Yeah, it's true. Emi Martinez they like old keepers, don't they? Pepe Reina and now Emi Martinez. Now Emi Martinez will of course be 31 in 3 years. It's just Tom Humphries cannot count.
He might be 32. We never know.
Maybe that's wishful thinking though. So you saying no then? You saying Villa can't get back to where they were?
I think this season they could actually finish in the top 6, but I don't think 3 years time they'll be classed as like one of the Premier League's top 6 teams.
So do you think they'll be relegated or they'll stay mid-table?
No, I think they'll just fall to, as you would say, mid-table mediocrity.
This season, I give them top 8 at best. I give them this season.
Top 8 at best.
Really?
Wow. Gosh. I'll get Dean Smith on the phone, and I'll tell him you boys are talking rubbish. Okay, I back the boys. All right, I back them. Anyway, shall we move on from the domestic side of football to the European side of football? Who watched Man United's 2-1 win at the Parc des Princes? Tom, you seem eager. What have you got?
I thought both teams played well, to be honest. It was an action-packed game. De Gea, just like at the weekend, saving United, quite a lot of crucial saves. They were unlucky to concede, United were, but PSG did have a lot of chances, so one person could say it was coming, but another person could say it was unlucky. But United, they won, and it wasn't surprising. As like I said, both teams had great chances. It was just a really entertaining game. Good football.
How did United line up? Did they play 5 at the back?
Yes, they played Luke Shaw as a centre back with
Yeah.
Wenzebe and Lindelof with Tellez and Wan-Bissaka as the wing backs, so to speak.
Yeah, just because on the app I'm looking at it says they played a 4-2-3-1 with Tellez as left mid, but I was going to say I didn't think they did that.
I have to
They
say,
played 5-3-2 with Martial and Rashford as the two sole
Yeah.
strikers.
I have to say, as a Liverpool fan, that I thought Tellez was fantastic, crossing really. He's a lot better than Luke Shaw. Let's put it that way. He really adds another dimension to the United attack. I thought Wan-Bissaka and Tuanzebe pretty much pocketed that PSG front three, and they're really promising for the future. But the thing that caught my eye was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer after the game comparing Marcus Rashford to Mbappe. What do we think of that one?
I actually think Rashford's a very good player, to be fair. I think Mbappe's better than him, but I think maybe people overstate the gap between the two of them.
I just find it hard to give. I find it hard to compare anybody of Rashford's standard to Mbappe because of the leagues that they play in. Let's just say hypothetically, next season, Mbappe joins Liverpool. After that season, I could compare Rashford and Mbappe,
Yeah.
but it's two completely different leagues. Like if you ask me to compare Mbappe and Igalo or Origi, obviously Mbappe's better. But against people,
Bring that one up.
against
Thanks for
people
that.
like, against people like Rashford, Mane, Salah, other big names in the other leagues like Lewandowski as well, Haaland, it's hard to compare because they're all big names, but they all play in completely different leagues and completely different environments. So I don't have anything to say.
One thing I just wanted to bring up, like I'm looking at like the match here now. Like honestly, PSG's team, bar their front three, is not good. Like their midfielders, Ander Herrera, Danilo Pereira, and Idrissa Gana Gueye. Their back four was Florenzi, Diallo, Kimpembe, and Kazawa. Like, that does just not strike you as a top team in Europe.
No.
We were talking about Adama before about how he's overrated, and just you saying the lineup. What has Kimpembe and Diallo actually? What have they done? I genuinely don't know how they just come up from the youth. Like surely Marquinhos has got to be starting there.
So Diallo
Marquinhos was on the bench.
Diallo came from Dortmund, didn't he? Did he?
Yeah.
Correct me.
Diallo came from Dortmund.
I've never seen them play.
Kefra is injured, to be fair, and Marquinhos was on the bench, so he might have been injured.
Yeah, to my understanding, Marquinhos has played more as a
injured as well. So.
yeah.
Bernat's a good player.
Yeah.
On his day.
To my understanding, Marquinhos has played more as a CDM under Tuchel recently, but yeah, I'd be starting.
Yeah.
Against such a big team as Man United, I'd be starting Marquinhos every day of the week.
Despite his age, I don't know about the transfer circumstances, but I thought Thiago Silva might have been a bit of a loss for them.
Yeah.
Because I still think he's a very good centre back, and I don't know. He was the leader. Like when City lost Company, I thought that might happen because they lost their leader, their centre back, and City never found their leader. Like David Silva, the replacement captain, he's not a leader really.
Yeah. Kimpembe is the captain, apparently.
Really? Wow. I don't see him as a cap. I know he's come through the ranks, but so did Mamadou Sakho. Like, where'd you draw the line? And he was captain at 17, so that just shows
he knew he had to.
It shows the level that you need to be at to be a captain at such a big club as PSG.
One question then before we move on: do you think Maguire's starting spot is in trouble, or do you think it's too controversial to drop him?
No, I think
no, it's not. It's not.
Yeah, I think like David De Gea, it's too high profile to drop him. I don't think Ole could own up to his own mistake because 80 million quid, you've got to be starting him after you paid that much money for him.
I don't think they've officially changed to captain either. So I think if you
Bruno was captain on
if you have your captain sitting on the bench, it doesn't really look good, does it?
No, he I don't think he was fit.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. Right. Let's move on then to the other game, the other big game, Liverpool Ajax. Rufus, I know you watched that one all the way through. What did you make of it?
Well, I don't know. I feel like, being perfectly honest, Ajax were unlucky. Like, they both teams had really good chances, and I think, despite Van Dijk not playing, Liverpool defended quite well. Adrian looked a lot more confident than he has done. And yeah, I think Ajax were unfortunate to not get a goal, to be honest. Tom?
yeah, I spoke to my dad watching the second half. We were very happy. He was like, stays as 1-0. I'll be a very happy man. A clean sheet was just what we needed. Joe Gomez's confidence, get his confidence up, get Adrian's confidence up. Great to see Reece Williams playing. I think he's going to be a real.
He came on for about 2 minutes and
but
the ball.
No, I'm with him.
He was playing for
I know what you mean.
From playing for Kidderminster to playing in the Champions League.
Before the Ajax game, I kid you not, I said if Gomez doesn't perform, I genuinely said start Reece Williams for a game.
That's an unpopular opinion in itself, though.
I know. But I thought he was really
more than one.
I thought he was really good against Arsenal and Lincoln.
That's his level.
I think Jota was really good when he came.
I was just going to say, another point I wanted to make is I was pleasantly surprised with how good Liverpool's backup from free were.
Really. We looked. Bruce, you watched the whole game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we looked. That first 15 minutes when the normal front three were on, and then the final half an hour when the other front three came on, we dominated more when they were on than the Mane Salah. That period was Ajax's domination because they hit the post. They had quite a few corners. They had the ball up in our half. Pleasantly surprised.
Firmino looked better.
Yeah. I think those goals for Brazil did him well.
Jay, any thoughts?
Yeah, I just think it was reassuring to see that Fabinho is still a beast at centre back. I know it counteracts my criticism of Tom's opinion.
James Milner.
Well, that goal line clearance was unbelievable, and I think even Adrian had a good game. I don't get it twisted.
Last minute.
Yeah, he tried to give me a heart attack, but don't get it twisted. Adrian played well in that game. A clean sheet is always a good performance for a keeper, so that'll be a huge boost for his confidence.
They could have easily that Promes shot that could have easily been given onside. It was quite close, so
it would have been disallowed if he had scored.
It was really
keeper doesn't know that though. It's a big boost.
A really good save.
Yeah, very big, very big. Well, yeah. So that was good, I guess. Any other thoughts from any of the Champions League games you want to add in here?
Let me. Bayern Munich, Atletico. Bayern look like they just want to just destroy everyone again this year.
Yeah, Luis Suarez must be fed up. 8-2 and now 4-0 against Bayern.
He can't get a break.
No.
Shakhtar beating Real.
That's big. That was big. Yeah.
That goal disallowed in the last minute.
Oh,
yeah,
clearly disallowed.
Yeah. I didn't see. I was on my way to football training.
He was stood right in front of the keeper, so keeper was obstructed. It was like the Atletico one that got disallowed.
Oh,
Did you not watch the highlights, Tom?
No. The problem is
research.
If you watch one game on a night, you miss all the others. Do you know what I mean? Like I watched United.
Yeah, but then you watch the highlights.
It didn't cross my mind.
It didn't cross your mind. No.
I just knew the score.
Wait, was there any good games on Tuesday?
Barca, Ferencváros, absolutely.
I tell you what, I think Atalanta will be a bigger challenge to us than Ajax were.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
PK getting a red card, yet Barcelona still winning 2-1 from when PK had got sent off.
Ansu Fati with another goal, was it? Did he score again?
Unbelievable. And Pedri as well.
Yeah, Atalanta are going to be a good team.
Yeah.
And Lazio beat Dortmund.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. 3-1, wasn't it?
Did you watch the highlights?
No, soccer special on Sky Sports.
Dortmund, according to this, Dortmund played a 3-2-4-1.
Yeah, they like the inverted forwards, don't they? They
I assume it was more 5 at the back though, because it was Munio and Guerrero.
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
it's flexible. It didn't
with,
work.
with
obviously.
overrated players at the front of the team for Dortmund, they're not going to
Just-
score many, are
No,
Chelsea actually keeping a clean sheet for once.
big play.
they? Yeah.
Oh, just
But
touching on that.
In
What do you
in
think of,
in hindsight, they didn't score, so I guess it kind of.
who are they playing again? It depends on the
Sevilla.
opponent. Oh, nothing
But
special.
Sevilla have got a decent backline.
Yeah,
Navas is good, Acuna's good, Carlos is good.
Koundé, did Koundé play?
Yeah,
Koundé will play now.
yeah, Europa League winners. So yeah, still a big club.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
Last season in the Europa League, I swear, like I watched pretty much most of Sevilla's games because they were against the English teams, and then the final. And Diego Carlos, he must have given away a penalty in every
Yeah, he
single
did.
one of those games.
He gave a penalty in the quarter, the 7th, and the final.
It was always him as well.
Yeah, madness.
Clumsy.
Just
Mhm.
touching on that Chelsea game, what do you think of the recall of Petr Cech? Do you think that's a bit of a?
That's just him. Put squad depth there, I think.
I think it's embarrassing for Kepa. It's a bit of a come on, you need to up your game, or we'll bring our 38-year-old keeper back that used to play ice hockey.
I think it's embarrassing for
Yeah,
Kepa and for the club, to be honest.
to the
Yeah.
club.
I know it's it's impossible for it not to come out to the news. Do you know what I mean? But that like because everyone heard about it, that like increased the scales of embarrassment. To be honest, like if it had been a bit less discreet, could have looked past it a bit. But
How do you basically
exactly, that's what I'm trying to say. That's
How
what
do
it
you
is.
discreetly put him in your Premier League 25-man squad?
Like you just play your next game with Petr Cech,
Yeah.
and everyone's like, "Hang on, when did he come back?"
Kepa got a scrum hat.
He's an icon on FIFA. He's gonna
That's the real question here. What happens to Petr Cech's icon card?
he's gonna get a team of the week card as well. Madness.
Oh, I could just imagine Frank Lampard bringing the band back, getting Didier Drogba and Michael
Malouda.
Essien
Are you and Robin?
and the
Get
boys.
Malouda back. Malouda was a good player.
Jose Bosingwa, we need him.
Michael Essien, he's class.
Brian Bertrand, Champions League winner. Come on, come back.
Daniel Sturridge, he could actually come back. So
Yeah, he's a free agent.
poor guy without a club. Right, that leads pretty nicely into another game I've got lined up, boys.
No.
It's Lampard or no.
Hey.
So I'll say a manager, and you've got to compare him to Lampard if he's better or worse. So first up is my main man, it's Dean Smith. Who are you saying is better?
Dean Smith.
Yeah, I think so.
My man. There we go.
Yeah.
I think it's actually tighter than you think because if you
Yeah,
think about
yeah.
last season, Dean Smith did not manage them well, but this season he's been really good.
After
Yeah.
lockdown, he managed them incredibly well. They needed to win like their 4 last games. Like they didn't know that at the time, but if they hadn't won those last 4 games, they would have been relegated, and
Yeah.
they won them all. So credits to the man.
Fair play
We
to
do
them.
have to bear in mind Villa survived on someone
Yeah.
failing to turn on goal line technology.
It's always going to be a bit
There's always something wrong with it, isn't there?
yeah. It's always a
But
bittersweet.
yeah, they've kind of in a way been like, yeah, we shouldn't have actually stayed up, but we're going to prove we deserve to be in the Premier League this year.
Yeah. Right. Now a little continental one. We got Ten Hag, the Ajax manager.
Yeah, Ten Hag definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Lampard's not
Because
doing well.
Ten Hag can take young players and turn them into like talented ones, whereas Lampard tried to do that, didn't do it very successfully, and then just took Roman Abramovich's credit card and went on a spending spree.
Yeah, Abraham had the potential to be a quality striker, but he gave up on him after about 10 goals. Like,
He got injured and then couldn't really hit his form again.
The thing about Ten Hag was that that 18-19 Ajax squad,
oh,
they lost a lot of players from it, and people thought, well, will they be able to go again in the league and everything? And then they did it completely the same with a new bunch of new bunch of
How long
players.
Ten Hag been there? You know?
No, I don't follow Dutch football.
I'll have a look now. I want to see like when he 2017. So he's basically been the one responsible for like De Ligt, De Jong, and all that.
And seeing the new players coming through now, it's with
Yeah,
Schürrle, the
it's still-
centre back, the very shot happy centre back. Try to
Oh
man-
yeah.
The man's transformed Daley Blind's career.
That's an odd one. to
Dusan
choose.
Tadic as well.
He's a monster now.
Daly and Dusan.
Yeah.
And
Schürrle as well. Schürrle
Yeah.
was dead wood.
Yeah,
Till he
Last
played.
session,
He's
Then he
gone
scored
now.
that absolute worldie at the Bernabeu.
As a fan of career mode, it's always good to see young players doing well. And I want to touch on Ryan Gravenberch, who played last night, and he was good. He was good.
What
And
position?
good.
Wait, was he the centre back?
Centre mid, boys. Come on, look him
Oh,
up.
I thought who was the centre back then? They had a centre back who was really good.
Schürrle or something. Blind and
I'll have a
Schürrle
look now.
centre backs.
I thought Klassen played quite well. To be honest.
Class.
Yeah,
Class. The
Klassen.
Everton rejects.
Yeah. I was nervous when he hit the post because I thought all the Everton fan accounts would be like, payback. Well,
Oh no, who was it then? that I was looking
once
at?
a blue, always a blue.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, I think it might have been Gravenberch actually that I thought looked quite good.
Yeah, very, very good player, very good. Good future ahead of him. So yeah, very good from Ten Hag, strutting his stuff in the Dutch league. And next up we have, I feel like we have to give Lampard a win at this point because it's getting a bit embarrassing.
Bring out Ole.
Yeah, you know what? I got Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Lampard.
Lampard.
You know what? Up until that Newcastle game, I would have said Lampard as well. But I think Ole has got it in him to turn his fortunes around here. Just my opinion.
Elaborate.
Well,
Yep.
I can't.
Elaborate,
It's just a gut feeling. You know, he's done it before. He's had. You know how hit and miss
What,
he is.
in the Danish league? In the Norwegian league?
Mate, you've just contradicted your own point. You just said
Oh,
he.
oh,
You know, let me
You said
finish.
he's
You
hit
know
or
how
miss.
hit and miss. You know how hit and miss he is. But when he's hit,
You're right.
Very
You're
hit.
right. Keep going.
when he's
You
hit,
can argue the exact same thing for Lampard. When they
Yeah,
want
I
to
know.
just play good football.
Ollie's been hit or miss for longer.
yeah,
Think about the first half of last season. Chelsea were top 3, I think, and they were actually looking really good.
you don't win a season in half, or we'd have won about 7
Look,
titles.
there was only one point last season where Man United looked like a good side.
You could argue when. No, you're right. no, I think. Yeah, I think he's got it in him, but I think they'll both be gone before Christmas. That's my opinion. Both be gone. No, looking a bit skeptical there, Tom. Both of
No,
you are.
Ollie will be gone. Lampard
Ollie will
won't.
be gone.
One of the two.
One of the two. Yeah. If neither of them are gone by Christmas, I don't know what.
I'll quit the
don't know.
podcast.
I'll come to college in my Real Sociedad top.
I'll come to college in trackies.
Oh no.
No
I'll come to
way.
college in shorts.
No way. I'll come to college full stop.
Self-isolated vibes. Oh,
I've got one.
We'll have one more.
Tom's club.
I've got one.
You've got one. Okay.
Yep.
Go on then.
Lampard
Yeah.
or
That-
Pochettino.
Oh,
Hey.
he's bringing it back. Okay, Poch.
You guys talk and I'll give my insight.
Go on, Rufus. You take it first.
Pochettino. I know he's not managed in a while, but I
Yeah,
would say
no.
Pochettino.
Yeah, it's like when I'll use this analogy. When Paul Scholes retired, and then Sir Alex Ferguson asked him to come back to play against City, and he bossed the game. You don't lose class. Class is permanent. Ole is a PE teacher. Okay, so it's easy for me. Pochettino.
I'm sorry, but it's Lampard for me.
Why?
Oh, why did I say Ole? It's Lampard.
Hey, Ollie, I was wondering what you were on about there. I just think Lampard is maybe not as good tactically, but he's looking good for the right. He's looking on the right track. I'll say that. I don't want to dig myself into a hole here, but
I've got one now.
I'm just gonna say he's better, right?
All right,
I've got a
Rufus,
good one.
He's
one more.
you can say he's had more financial backing, which he
Yeah.
has, but I think Lampard will achieve more.
Okay. Rufus, you got one more, you said.
Can I get back?
Yeah.
Lampard or Neil Critchley, Liverpool's ex-under-23 manager.
Oh, we set the bar low, didn't we, boys? Yeah, Neil.
The only game he managed was the Aston Villa 5-0, wasn't it?
Tom, you're acting like this is a serious comparison here.
No, I'm going to make a point here. In that Aston Villa 5-0 game, the first 20 minutes, we dominated. Okay? Harvey Elliott.
That team got torn to shreds by El Mohammadi.
Harvey Elliott had about 3 glorious chances. We dominated. We were unlucky to go behind.
If you say so.
day,
it goes without saying.
On a different day, we would have won.
Yeah, one game against Aston Villa. Lampard's got top 4 across the whole season.
What is it with Aston Villa and beating us by 5 goals? They've just got a knack for it.
Twice.
Twice.
Yeah.
Twice. Name another team who's beat us by 5 goals twice.
10
years.
Oh, well, when you put the 10 years on it, it's a bit harsh.
Do you expect it to drag a fixture from out of pre-World War One, where we've been beat twice by Blackpool?
Well, it's not 5 goals, but the first and only time before last night that we played Ajax, we lost 5-1.
That's not 4. That's 4 goals, Tom. You missed the goal.
I said it's not. You know what?
We suck it off. Anyway, so Lampard narrowly lost 3-2 in that round. So we'll move on to the final segment. He lost 3-2. We'll move on to the final segment, I think, and it is hot topics.
You've got to consider Liverpool's 10-0 win against Dundalk in 1969.
I'm glad you researched it, Rufus. I'm glad someone's on the ball. I like how we've skimmed past Lincoln.
We beat Newtown 9-0 in 1892, if anyone's interested.
I like how we skimmed past the Lincoln win that was like a week ago.
Hot topic.
Yeah, I think we will.
About...
I just came up with the segment now, you know. So.
Oh yeah, we beat Besiktas 8-0 in the Champions League.
Rufus, stop going on about old fixtures. We're discussing
living in the past.
VAR. Who wants to kick us off? It's a hot topic indeed.
I'll go. I'll take it.
Oh, that's bold. Okay.
What a hero.
What? Any case of VAR?
I'll leave it open.
Just VAR in general.
Okay.
I can bring key things up.
I think the way VAR deals with offside is a disgrace and it's ruining the game.
Amen.
If there should be a benefit of the doubt to the attackers, or just a so in rugby league, if a team scores a try, the referee gives an on-field decision. He either says try
like
or no try. They look at it on the video assistant referee, and if they can't find enough sufficient evidence to overrule that decision, the ref's decision stays. So let's just say Liverpool versus Everton. Offside was not called. No one could tell that he was offside. There was no clear picture that he was offside. None of the frames showed that he was clearly offside. So surely you go with the referee's gut, the linesman's gut instinct, and say it's a goal. It's logical.
Yeah, because like every other sport that you look at with like the video thing, like rugby and cricket, they both go on the basis of what the referee / umpire has given and only go against it if they can prove otherwise. That's how they should do it in football. And I think as well, they should introduce like a timer so they can't be taking like 2 or 3 minutes. Because if they're taking that long on a decision, then obviously there's not enough evidence to go against what the referee has said.
Yeah, I just want to bring in the debate that should you have your best referee on the pitch or off the pitch? Because if he's on the pitch, you can miss decisions, and then you very rarely go to your pitch side monitor. You see more often than not, the people calling the shots are in the VAR room. David Coote, in the example of the Merseyside derby, who admitted he didn't even see Jordan Pickford's tackle on Virgil van Dijk, which is frankly shocking. So should you have the top referees like Michael Oliver, Mike Dean, in the VAR room, or on the Paul Tierney on the pitch or in the VAR room? What are you saying?
Yeah, but what do you define as your top referee?
Yeah, I was going to say, there's no like power rankings for the referees.
I would say Michael Oliver and Mike Dean are like you. Maybe.
Okay, Michael Oliver was on the pitch for the Liverpool game, and every decision he made that I can remember was right. Got the Thiago one spot on.
Yeah.
Him and the assistant, they let the Mane goal stand. I can't remember thinking of a foul. Oh, that is absolutely awful. Or a corner decision or anything.
Yeah.
But David Coote, on the other hand, might need to get himself a pair of glasses or something.
I think it's a very abnormal scenario, the Merseyside derby. It's such a feisty game. You're obviously going to get at least one red card tackle a game. Let's be honest. It's just whether you give it or not. And you very rarely get a quiet Merseyside derby, but it's a reoccurring theme, VAR, with these really small margins for decisions. And you could say I'm biased, but I think the Pedro Neto goal scored at Anfield last year, I think that probably should have stood, because how is his shoulder being offside going to affect him smashing it in the bottom corner past Alisson? Yeah. How is that going to help?
I was thinking that one because it's as well, it's kind of like a hard thing to discuss, because as a Liverpool fan, like, you feel aggrieved and hard done by that Everton one, but you also know that when that Pedro Neto one was disallowed, you were sat at home laughing your head off at the fact that he'd just been scammed out of a perfectly good goal.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, his celebration was annoying as well. So
he scored his first professional goal. Give him some slack.
Yeah, and he did like a little.
No one saw anything.
It was too blurry. You'd have to take his word for it.
I was going to say, Jay, your comment on the dirtiness of the Merseyside, I was actually pleasantly surprised. Not pleasantly surprised. I was shocked. I thought the players on the pitch didn't have it in them to make it a dirty game. I thought the fans always brought the dirtiness of a derby out. I genuinely thought it was going to be a cleaner game than it was. And I didn't think there was going to be any red cards.
Can I just make a point, actually? Yeah. I'm going to cut Tom some slack here. I've just gone to the Liverpool Wolves game where that goal happened to see what the celebration was. And the top comment genuinely says, Wolves deserve to get that goal disallowed just for that celebration.
Fair play. Not an
it was Tom Humphries who put that one on.
No.
Oh, I think we were all pleasantly surprised by the derby, to be honest. I expected a 0-0 personally. I would have taken a 0-0 at Goodison with the way Everton have been playing.
Oh my God, I've seen it. It is so much worse than what Tom said it was.
Yeah.
He did like an aeroplane kind of thing when he just went like that. It was embarrassing.
With respect to the derby, come on. Were you guys presently surprised? Can I talk? No, I mean me speaking properly. Pleasantly surprised by the derby.
In what way?
With the score, like I thought it would be 0-0.
I predicted it to be high scoring because Everton can't defend and Liverpool had that drowning goal.
True. Very
Who
true.
can I decide didn't have a bad game?
He could have done better on that first goal, to be fair.
Apart from the 2 goals, he didn't even have a lot to do.
If I speak, I'm in big trouble.
Let's be real.
Oh, yeah, I do agree. I don't think he was as bad as people expect.
Can you remember another shot he had to face that was a threat?
Calvert-Lewin's
Not
from pretty
Calvert-
much the
Calvert-Lewin
corner
when he
flag.
scored. I remember a really good save.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
Calvert-Lewin's shot from pretty much the corner flag. He parried it wide, nearly into his own goal, and gave away the corner that resulted in the goal.
He didn't really carry
No, but actually I did make a really good save on a Calvert-Lewin chance.
Yeah, he didn't really parry it into his own goal. Just
Yeah, but
solid
he didn't have to parry it out for a corner.
precaution.
He could have
Take
gone.
precaution.
We conceded from the corner. Good precaution, Andrea.
We would have conceded if he tried to catch it.
I don't think we would have, to be honest.
I'm trying to make myself feel better, okay? That we drew that game.
I remember when we got beat 7-2 by Aston Villa.
Oh, we started the season so well. I know we're drifting from
I love how
VAR.
me and Dave just accepted it and just laugh about it, and Tom is still just
I'm still crying.
But it was the 5th goal for me.
I thought you were talking about the Everton game.
I was going to say there was 4 goals.
To be fair, the 5th goal in the Everton game.
Oh my god!
It was just the
goal. One of Grealish's deflections or Barkley's deflection.
It was Barkley.
Which type of deflection was it? Did it come off his heel or his?
Was it the one off Gomez, the one off Fabinho, or the one off Trent? That's what I went.
Barkley.
Oh, another quality player, but yeah, that's a debate for another time.
Ross Barkley, a quality player.
Yeah, simmer down. All right, he is though, isn't he? Come on, he is a quality player.
No, he's a Chelsea reject who left Everton to be good.
Yeah, under the stewardship of Dean Smith, he's become a world class guy. No, I'm joking.
We're not going into this again.
No.
One unpopular opinion.
Keep talking the way you're talking. Frank Lampard will end up winning that game.
This isn't even an unpopular opinion. It's just wrong.
We've gone from VAR to Ross Barkley, so I think we should go back to the subject. Any last points for VAR? Any solutions? Anything?
Yeah, it's shocking.
Yeah.
What even is the handball rule at this point? That's what I want to ask.
No, pathetic. Again, you could say I'm biased, but that Trent last year against City, I prefer not to speak.
No, because it hit Bernardo's hand first.
No, but that wasn't the basis that it wasn't given, Tom.
No, I think the Eric Dyer one.
If they'd scored from it, it wouldn't have counted because it hit Bernardo.
No, I don't even mean last season. I mean, like, take Eric Dyer, the one that was the penalty against Newcastle, and then compare it to the one that wasn't a penalty for Gabriel against West Ham.
Yeah.
They were like
consistency. I mean, exactly. At the end of the day, I don't care what the rule is, as long as you don't have to jump like a pencil and there's consistency. If there's consistency is key. If there's consistency, you can defend in a consistent way that doesn't give away penalties every 5 seconds. So
yeah, all the errors with VAR at the end of the day come down to consistency.
Yeah, 100%. Consistency. Anyone else want to add anything? No, apart from consistency. Right. Any final thoughts for the first episode?
Anything you want to bring up? Shall I see if there's anything going on in the Europa League?
Arsenal
won.
Did they? Yeah, 2-1.
They were losing. Who scored?
Rangers won. Milan are already beating Celtic.
Come on, Rangers. No, Rangers is in my blood. Not in my blood. My granddad's a Rangers fan.
Go on then, Tom.
I'm 124th Scottish, yeah. So
you want me to name the Rangers players?
Name 5 of them.
Apart from Goldson.
No, goalkeeper.
Apart from Ryan Kent.
Goalkeeper, McGregor.
Yeah, we do that.
You've got Goldson, centre-back.
Aribo.
You've got James Tavernier, the captain at right-back.
Yeah.
You've got Miles Jack in the centre with Kamara.
Ryan Jack.
You've got Ryan Jack, yeah. Morelos.
Ryan Jack's a winger.
Tom, I'm going to save you there.
Got
I'm going to
Arfield,
save you there, Tom. I'm going to save your
Brian
blushes.
Kent. I could go for days, mate.
Tom, do you want to know who scored that second goal?
Who?
Kemar Roof.
No way. Who scored the first?
Tavernier penalty.
Yeah, Tavernier. He should start for England.
Yeah, please just cut that bit out.
Okay. Don't
Stop
worry, I
freaking.
will. Right. Any final thoughts before Tom goes
Tom,
insane?
give us another good one.
Yeah, I've got basically, you know how England have got a right back crisis.
Oh yeah, bring in Tavernier. That'll solve it. Yeah.
I did, and I got punched for it.
What?
I brought in Tavernier to the English right back debate, and my sister gave me a massive punch on the arm because she said he was awful. Because it was just after the old firm where
Won 2-0, didn't they?
no, not this one. The one last season where Rangers won 2-1 at Celtic Park.
Yeah. Right.
Right, Jay, I've got a question for you.
Have you?
Which team in the Premier League has the best squad depth?
Liverpool.
Oh,
I know. I can't elaborate, but nah. I think pre-Van Dijk injury, we have the most squad depth. Definitely. The front three we brought on last night, as well as the front
yeah, I
three.
hate to say it to you, mate, but you're not allowed to bring in so many customers, Russian.
I've got
next podcast, just to spite you, I'm wearing my Simicast top.
a point.
Have you?
I think there's only 2 teams in the league who can genuinely take out their first 11, bring in their second 11, and still be like very decent. And that's Liverpool and City.
Tom, you've lost me, I have to say. Well, I'll have to agree with you.
Thank you. Well, the question you asked, the answer is always going to be Liverpool or City. Because for me, no other. Oh, in the world.
Are you classing this as like a fully fit side?
Oh, you're forgetting about Aston Villa, Tom. I think Ross Barkley could fit right into the second 11.
No, we're talking about squad depth.
And then you're bringing up Ross Barkley, who starts week in.
It's adaptation. He can play centre back. He can play striker.
Okay. Chelsea don't really have the greatest squad depth.
No, but think about it. You could go Kepa in there, which I know he gets memes, but he's. I guess it's a Premier League level.
But the point I'm trying to make is, if every team in the league binned off.
Wow. I guess Tom's opinion is so bad. He got kicked from the goal. I didn't have anything to do with that. But
I think his computers just died or what have you.
Yeah. So should we end it there? Should we end it there?
He's typing on the group chat. He just put rip.
Absolute seeds at the end of the podcast. Okay, I think we have to end it there. So it's been a pleasure for anyone who's still watching at this point.
Find out what happened.
Find out what happened next week. So
no, please. He's typing. Dead laptop. Okay.
Dead laptop.
We know.
Oh, well, goodbye from me.
Goodbye.
See you next week.